Hey everyone, so today I'm going to be sharing with you all what is in my rotation currently from the drugstore. I do these here and there, like a best of the drugstore, this or that, but this is just things that are truly in my rotation. I didn't like go to the drugstore and say like, oh, this is the best this is the best that. These are just truly things that I use, and I've always said this, but I always show you guys what I actually use. For instance, like in this video, I don't have a drugstore mascara that I'm using currently. There are some of my like top mascaras that are there, but I'm not using that right now because I'm using something that I like better that's a little more expensive. So I'm never gonna like show you something or use something just for the sake of saying like, oh, this is from the drugstore and I'm being thrifty, you know what I mean? If it's a shampoo that I like, whether it's high-end or from the drugstore, that's what I'm gonna use and that's what I'm gonna show. And the same can be said for the fact that like, if there's a drugstore item that I really like, I'm going to use that over something more expensive. So I hope that makes sense, but when I show products, it's truly just what I use. And when people say like, you know, I wish you'd show more drugstore options or this or that, I feel like I do. I just keep it real and show you what I use. I'm not trying to just, anyone can go to the drugstore and find things and show them, but I really just want to show you guys what I use and like. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. Got some beauty things and some makeup. And first I'll start with a makeup item, the CoverGirl Ready Set Gorgeous. This is a foundation that has kind of like changed my life. And I know, so dramatic. I discovered this several months back, and it's one of those things that I really have a hard time going to other things because this is just so darn good that like I cannot find anything that's as good as this anymore. I really love it. I think it makes my skin look good. The shade 105, which I believe is the lightest, is what works for me. It is just super, super wonderful. I can get away with the 115 if I mix it with this, if I got a little bit darker. But it's just so great. For oily skin, there's just nothing better. It is the most long-wearing, full coverage foundation I've ever used, hands down. My cheek color a little out of control. It looks a little funny in this. Looks fine in person, just looks weird on the camera. Okay, so yeah, best. It's just all around awesome. It's super long wearing. The coverage is amazing, and if you have oily skin like I do, it will not break throughout the day, which is really saying something, I think, for a foundation. I mean, it will not break through at all, which is like kind of sorcery. Next is a product that I've used throughout my pregnancy that is from Burt's Bees. It's the Mama Bee Belly Butter. If you're not pregnant, you may not be into this recommendation, but I would say, honestly, even if you're not, this is the best body butter, hands down, that I've ever used. You could use it all over. The ingredients are really great. The scent isn't offensive. It's not like super thick and goopy. It has a really good like, it just melts into your skin, but it gives you the effect of a body butter. And I've used it on my belly throughout my pregnancy, and I've really enjoyed it so much better than even options that are like super, a lot more expensive, like the Mistela one that I spent a ton on. And I sort of use them here and there interchangeably, but my belly always felt the most comfortable when I used this one. And I've even repurchased another one, and I've got it kind of ready to go. I'm about to run out. You can kind of see I've got just a little, I like the way it smells, just a little bit left. But I'm gonna use it too after pregnancy because I like to use it not just for stretch marks, but because it like just makes my belly feel comfortable with all the stretching, and you know, it's kind of itchy when you're something's stretching that much. So that's really kept my skin comfortable, and it is good stuff. Currently I am using a balm that's a makeup removing balm, but I always, no matter, even if I am using a liquid makeup remover or like a balm in that case, I always have a pack of wipes. And out of all of them that I've used, I really always go back to these, the Garnier Refreshing Remover Cleansing Towelettes. And this is the oil-free. It just, to me, it gets the eye makeup off better than most things, and it doesn't leave a greasy residue. So you could truly just use this if you were really lazy one night and you just wanted to take your makeup off. You could really just, you know, use this and then maybe flip it over and use the other side and kind of get the residue off. Like the makeup residue, but honestly, these leave the less residue from the actual product on your face. You know how some of them can still feel a little kind of oily? These are really clean feeling, but they're really gentle. So love those. I have found the best deep it's the same brand, which is funny. The best deep conditioner, and I've used really expensive brands. I've used drugstore brands, and honestly, this is the one that I will continue to repurchase again and again. It's the Garnier Fructis Damage Eraser Strength Reconstructing Butter, and it truly feels like, it looks like butter and it feels like butter when you use it. Like, it has that consistency like if you actually were using butter on your hair, which sounds kind of gross, but it's kind of awesome. The scent is really yummy and fruity. It has that, like, that kind of perfumey, fruity smell, as most of these Fructis hair products do. But when I use this, I do notice a difference in my hair. I feel like it kind of like just feels stronger. It feels a little more like slippery. It doesn't feel greasy and disgusting in the shower, but it's a deep conditioner that truly like sticks to your hair. Some of them, you know, like you'll put it on and then you'll feel like it just kind of slips through. This really kind of makes like a mask-like effect on your hair, but then it rinses really clean, which is what I like. So I'm out of regular conditioner right now, and I have been using this every day, and it's been totally fine, and I really like it. I need to pick up some more of my conditioner that I like, which is also from the drugstore, which brings me into my next product. The Pantene Volume Silicone-Free Shampoo is just, I always go back to this. It's my very favorite. I'm probably like down to about here on this one. I can't say enough good things about this. You either love Pantene or you hate it, but I love it. Over the years, it's been the most used shampoo by me. When I look back at times when I thought, wow, my hair looked really good, that's what I was using. It's never caused me any problems. That shampoo I use, like, it's a clear shampoo. And I don't want to say it's like clarifying because it doesn't strip my hair or anything, but I know that it will really get it clean, but at the same time, it leaves it feeling healthy and nourished. So I think it makes my hair look good. It makes it feel good. I've never had any problems with it, and my hair's always been in pretty good shape, and so I really like that. And then the conditioner that I mentioned that I pair with that is the Pantene Moisture Renewal shampoo. It's the one that's like the most moisturizing shampoo, or conditioner I mean, that they have. So I am going to pick that up next time I'm at the grocery store, at the drugstore, wherever. But yeah, I really like that. I used up all of my caviar, my alternate caviar shampoo that I had, and I think my hair looks honestly better when I use the Pantene, so, and it feels better too, so I'm just gonna stick with that. But I always like to try new things, you know. Next is the Neutrogena Oil-Free Moisture Combination Skin. I've talked about this over the past couple months and I've really been enjoying it. I like to use this in the morning, and I use it at night sometimes too. I just really don't like a lot of like heavy moisture on my face during the day, especially if I'm gonna go into like, if I am gonna use a primer, or if I am, you know, if I use foundation or whatever. I just don't like a lot of layers of different heavy things on my face. So this I like. It soaks in really quickly, but it makes your skin feel comfortable. It works really well with my oily skin, and it hasn't done anything funky. The Aveeno Eczema Therapy Hand Cream. Now, I don't have like full out eczema. I do get like splotches on my hands during the winter, like red patches. I don't get eczema like all over my body or anything, but I have not had that this year because I've been really diligent about using this. And I put my old bottle of this in the car, and I bought a new one because I love it. I love to use it at night. I've really enjoyed that. So whether you have eczema or not, that to me is some of like the best hand cream I've ever used. I'm going to use some right now. Just the consistency, the smell, just everything. It's not offensive. It's like, sometimes I get kind of self-conscious, like if I pull out a hand cream, like if I'm at the doctor, or if I'm at, you know, from somewhere where someone is like sitting close, or like on a plane or something, and you think like, oh my gosh, like this is really offensive smell, or this might be really offensive smelling to someone next to me. This just smells sort of just natural, and just makes your skin feel so good. I actually have a few more Aveeno products. The next one is the Skin Relief Shower and Bath Oil. This I bought a while back when I was finding something to replace my Lush African Paradise, which was the shower conditioner for your body that I guess that's how you would describe it. It's one of those products that you put on at the end of your shower and you don't really have to use lotion afterwards. And that Lush product is very expensive. I tend to go through it pretty quickly. I got it when I was pregnant, when I was first pregnant, and I really enjoyed using it like on my belly and just in the shower. It just made my skin feel really good. And I just always wanted to find a cheaper alternative, and I was gonna get the Neutrogena bath oil because I used that years and years and years ago and I always liked it, but then I saw that Aveeno made one and so I tried it, and I really like this because it's a bit thicker than the Neutrogena one, if you're familiar with that. This is more like a product you would just smooth on at the end of your shower, and you know, you just kind of lightly rinse it off, and it does make your skin feel really good. And I like to use it on my belly, on my pregnant belly, and I like to use it on my legs. It's just really, really good stuff. I mean, I knew I liked Aveeno stuff. I didn't really realize that when I was like grabbing all this, that I had 3 Aveeno products, but this is the lotion that Brad and I have been using lately. We usually just, I never buy like super fancy like scented lotions. I just buy, a lot of times we use the Nivea, I forgot exactly what that's called. But when we ran out of that, I got this, and I'm a little out of breath still from my pregnancy, so I apologize. I know it's like, I'm like struggling. But the Aveeno Skin Relief 24-Hour Moisturizing Lotion, ooh, it's got hair all over it. I really like this a lot. And it is fragrance free. I've found that I kind of prefer that lately. I just don't like a whole lot of overly scented things. And I think that kind of got me, the beginning of my pregnancy really sort of like got me into that, because I was just a lot of scents would just make me feel sick and just be too overbearing. So I just really enjoyed this. Brad really likes it too. It's just a really good lotion, and I just don't like to spend a whole lot on body lotions because I know that I go through them so quickly. My hairspray, which is like my old standby hairspray that you guys have seen for years, is the Tresemme Tray 2 spray, the aerosol. You just can't get any better than that. I've tried expensive hairsprays and I just always go back to that. You can get a new can, that one's a little empty. Next, a couple of lip products and then we will be finished. Oh no, I got one more thing. These are also from Target. I say also because I got the Burt's Bees, the belly butter, but I think you can get that like at CVS and stuff too. But Sonia Kashuk stuff you pretty much just have to get at Target, but I do consider it drugstore because it's in the drugstore section of Target. It's not super expensive. So I will throw in these because I wouldn't consider these like high-end products or anything, but they work really, really well. And lately I have been really loving this lip liner in nude, and I used to always use the Too Faced Perfect Lips nude pencil, and I would always tell you guys that sometimes I just don't like nude pencils because they tend to have sometimes like that purpley like mauve tint to them, and it can look a little weird. This is a true nude that will match the tones of your lips. It's a bit of a pinky nude, but it's definitely nude. So I love this so much. I'm wearing it today with the next product that I'm going to talk about, which are the Velvety Matte Lip Crayons by Sonia Kashuk. They're affordable. They are very, very similar, but better than the NARS. I believe they're called the Velvet Matte Lip Pencils, and I have a couple of those as well. Those kind of go on a little more dry. This retains that like matte finish, but it goes on like with a slip, and that's what I'm wearing today. I did put a gloss over it. I used Oyster Girl by MAC. I just could not resist adding a little bit of shine to it, but these don't make your lips uncomfortable, and this is the shade Pinky Nude, and they seem to last a really long time. They do kind of have a funky smell, but it's not unbearable. But super pretty. I really like this color, and I have one that's a darker like wine color too. I think it's in my thing because I haven't used it in a long time. But they're really good products, and I would definitely recommend those if you haven't tried them. Next is my paddle brush by Goody. This is a new one. Over the years, I've always bought these, And I just ended up replacing this not that long ago. I had bought that one from Ulta that I really liked, but I really just wanted a paddle brush that had a good handle on it. And you can buy really expensive brushes, obviously, but I feel like you just can't go wrong with a good, like, goodie brush. I love paddle brushes. But I hope that y'all enjoyed the video. That is some of my go-to drugstore products that I'm using right now. Like I said, I just kept it real. I didn't try to show you anything that I don't really use. It's just truly, I went into my bathroom and just kind of rounded up things. I looked around my vanity and just really rounded up things that I would definitely recommend over other things. And yeah, I hope that y'all enjoyed that little peek into what I've been using. I'm sure it'll change in, you know, in a couple months or whatever, but I like to do these updated videos here and there every now and then. So I hope that y'all have had a great week, and I'll talk to you very soon. Bye.